US President Donald Trump just made a very creepy statement last night. Please just watch.
Bibi wasn't around, especially the combination. Israel would not exist today. We wouldn't have hit them with the B-2 bombers. You know, they were going to have a nuclear weapon within 2 weeks. Had I not hit them with a nuclear, within 2 to 4 weeks, they would have had a nuclear weapon. And once they had a nuclear weapon, they would have used it. And you wouldn't even have Israel around. No, Bibi's good.
Now, this is obviously suggesting that America has used nuclear warheads in Iran during the early stages of Operation Epic Fury. Now, if you argue that this is a slip of the tongue, please watch the next video.
2 and 4 weeks, they were planning to have a nuclear weapon. If we didn't hit them at that time with the B-2 bombers, and one of the great air raids in history, maybe the greatest.
So now we have two separate videos on two separate events of Donald Trump giving interview and implying that the US military may have used nuclear warheads in Iran. Now, you can argue also that this is a slip of the tongue, as we have seen recently where US President Donald Trump referred to Japan as the Islamic Republic of Japan.
I told this story yesterday, we had 111 missiles shot by the Islamic Republic of Japan. They were shot at the aircraft carrier.
But even if we argue that Donald Trump is merely blabbing, there are still references and a lot of statements and tweets he has dished out in the past, implying that US military is either actively planning to use nuclear warheads in Iran or has used nuclear weapons in the past. One of them being the one he made on the penultimate hours before the end of the Operation Epic Fury, before US and Iran agreed to a ceasefire. Trump threatened that a civilization will be wiped out tonight. So this is something to be concerned and be worried about. Although there are no reasons to believe that Donald Trump has used nuclear weapons so far in Iran. One of them being that nuclear weapons is not something you can hide because of radioactivity. If you use a nuclear weapon, the radioactive signs will show. Not only Iran, the neighboring countries will also confirm that a nuclear weapon has been used. So this is not something that America can use and deny. It's something that the whole world can see. So for now, there has been no such reports of radioactivity. There has been mushroom clouds, obviously, but this was due to a refinery being hit in Iran. But for now, the heaviest bomb we know that America is using so far are the B-2 bombers. These are the bunker busting bombs. They are designed to weigh about 30,000 pounds. The reason they are weighed 30,000 pounds is because the way these bombs work is that they have to penetrate thick layers of concrete. So they are programmed that the bombs, the material, the metallurgy is so hard that because out of 30,000 pounds, only 5,000 are actually bombs. The remaining 20,000 pounds are mostly just materials that are made to penetrate thick layers of concrete. So once the bomb is penetrating thick layers of concrete, until it gets to the ground floor, it will not detonate. It will detonate whereby it penetrates concrete and then once it gets to a stage whereby there is a hole or a vacuum, it will now explode. You understand? So it does not explode. It will keep penetrating concrete until it gets to where the ceiling of the house, and it's not detonating. So that is how it works. But that means there are possible that you get a hole and you get a concrete where there's a hole, then another concrete. This is why these bombs are loaded in succession. So even if one explodes, the other one will pass through and continue to burst. So bunker busting bombs are very dangerous, but they are not nuclear weapons. They are made to penetrate thick underground layers, and this was the bomb that Donald Trump used in 2025, and even during the Operation Epic Fury, or when they killed the supreme leader of Iran, and also to Iran nuclear site. So the B-2 bombers are what we know right now that Donald Trump has used. We don't know any other bomb so far. There are also Tomahawk missiles, but B-2 bombers are the biggest we know so far. So for nuclear weapon, it won't be a secret. If Donald Trump uses a nuclear weapon, it will not be a secret. It will be open. So that begs the question, why is Trump implying that he has used nuclear weapon in Iran? Well, first of all, it's scare tactics, obviously, for the media. Yeah, the way they are negotiating, so they want to pressure the opponent. They want to get into their head. They want to make Iran be afraid that America is going to hurt them deep. So they should go to the negotiating table and agree for the capitulation. That is agree for total capitulation. So that is what is the reason. That is why they are making this statement. Not just because Trump is going to use a nuclear weapon or have used in the past, but it's a secret. No, you can't keep a nuclear weapon a secret because of radioactivity. Even Turkey, even in Europe, you can detect it from there and say, okay, these people have used a nuclear weapon. So that is all for today. Thank you for watching. And please subscribe to the channel.